Something that took me way too long to unlearn is simple equals boring. From my experience, it's far from boring. And according to my nervous system, it is exciting, it's freeing, and very empowering. Simplifying my life and letting go of people, places, and things that made my life feel cluttered is one of the best things that I have ever done for myself. And you probably have too. Welcome or welcome back to my late 40s diaries. If you're new here, my name is Mimi. Today I am sharing 5 things that I quit to simplify my life. And in doing so, I have created more freedom, more white space in my head, and also more clarity. And just know that I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first sit down talking video. But like Precious said in this comment, we can do hard things. One of the things I did to simplify my life is I quit caring about what other people think of me. Something happens at your core when you have a lot of loved ones to transition unexpectedly in a short period of time. In 2020, I don't like to say lost. I'm going to say one of my best friends transitioned unexpectedly. 2021, it was my dog. He transitioned unexpectedly, and he was like my little best friend. And then in 2022, my son transitioned unexpectedly. And then 2023, it was my aunt. The compounding of grief took a toll on me, and it really made me sit down and say, what am I doing with my precious time here on earth? I started with people because peopling can be one of the most complicated aspects of life. I started to see people for who they were and not who I wanted them to be. I started watching their actions and not their words. And I just started removing myself from relationships that should have been severed long ago. But here's the thing, you and I both know that great people are everywhere. I mean, just go back and look at some of my videos and read the comments. It's evident. So we're not going to sit here and not believe that we cannot have thriving relationships. We just have to be more aware of what is and what is not for us. Tell me in the comment section, what was one of your defining moments where you knew that it was time to simplify your life and it was time to do it now? Okay, now back to people. You ever heard the saying that those who are offended by your boundaries are usually the ones who benefited from you not having any? Well, this year I realized I had no boundaries, but I do now, and I happily enforce them because my mental health is just as important as theirs. The second thing that I quit doing was eating out 97% of the time. Y'all, eating out all the time was ruining my health. Like, I had it bad. I mean, sometimes I would eat 3 meals out of 4. I normally eat 4 times a day, and 3 of them would be some restaurant like Olive Garden or Chili's or Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Zaxby's, literally every day. And I did this for years. When I say years, I'm talking about well over 5 years. And one day I just woke up big as hell and brain fog. I'm talking about just can't concentrate. I feel like some of the ingredients, or probably all of them, in those foods literally alter our brains. So I decided that I was going to simplify my meals. I pulled it in, I dialed it in, I started eating at home, and my meals are not complicated at all. They are really simple, really clean. I just feel better. I am losing weight. I think better. Everything is just better since I have cleaned up my diet and simplified my meals. The third thing I quit doing was letting my house get away from me. And what I mean is letting it get messy. Y'all, 1 dish leads to 2, leads to 3, leads to 10. You know what I mean. I remember when grief had me in this chokehold, my house was so messy, and that messiness became a habit for me. And I had to really dig deep within when I started to get my life together and say, okay, How can I get back to being myself? And I did that by doing many tidy sessions throughout the day. So if I'm at home, like you, I mean, not like you, I don't know, maybe, but most people, they do stuff. They have papers, they have coffee, tea, drinks, they eat lunch, they do this. And if you're not like picking up after yourself, then before you know it, everything looks crazy. And so I started to do these sessions where I would just tell Google to set a timer for sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes even 20 minutes. And I would do these tidy sessions and they became a habit. And now my life is so much simpler. Like I wake up to a clean house because of my little tidy session. So that is something that I did to simplify my life. The fourth thing I quit to simplify my life is something that you have heard over and over and over and over again. I know. I quit picking up my phone first thing in the morning. If I use my phone for an alarm, I will pick it up, turn it off, and I put it right back down, because if I get on my phone, I'm going to get on Instagram or TikTok, and we all know TikTok. When it grabs your brain, it's over. You scroll, experience a little shock factor because there's no telling what's gonna pop up. You scroll, and then if you're on Instagram, you know, you're watching everybody's highlight reel, and you start feeling like your life isn't good enough when your life is actually great. So I just stopped. I stopped getting on social media. First thing in the morning, I wake up, I do my own morning routine. I fill my cup first. I say my affirmations. I do my breath work. I do my journaling. I do all the things that I love to do to make myself feel good. And yeah, I don't get on social media. I don't even check emails first thing in the morning. I pour into myself. And in doing so, I have simplified my life. I am much more happier. And yeah, number 5. And this one may be my personal favorite. I quit complicating my wardrobe. Y'all, I wear a uniform pretty much every day. I find things that I like, find things that I find things that I love, that I feel confident in, that I feel like looks good on me, and I buy multiples. Sometimes in the same color, but mostly in different colors. So take, for instance, this outfit that I have on right now. I have multiples in different colors. My everyday outfits that I wear to work, multiples in different colors. I'm put together outfits, multiples in different colors. It has totally simplified my life. Like I said, I do not have decision fatigue, and I also don't have a bunch of clothes to come home to and hang back up because I done tried on a million things. Like, that makes me happy. Quitting these 5 things have brought so much more joy, peace, and simplicity to my life. And I really believe that letting go of people, things, habits that are no longer serving you is truly a life hack. And that, my friend, is what I can subscribe to. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share with a friend, and let us know which one resonates with you most. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.